Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Judith. Hi, Gail. Hi, Amber. How's everybody this morning? Oh, all right. I completely forgot about the mixed media, Amber, and I'm sorry. I will try to do that tomorrow. I'm tired this morning, girls. I slept in, just got my coffee made. But I worked yesterday all day on this journal. Hi, Carrie Ann. How are you, honey? I got your tags and they're so pretty, Carrie Ann. Thank you so much. I got my camera set up just exactly right. There. That's probably a little better. So you're not looking sideways at me. I'm just not with it this morning too good. Hi, Christina. No witch's brew this morning. Got my flower cup. But that may be the one that everybody gets, the witch's one. Or whoever gets. Good morning, Tracy. How are you? Good morning, Kim Marie. I'd sing to you this morning, but it would probably sound really bad. I was sitting here before I got started trying to make a grocery list. And that's how far behind I am. I'm happy 4th. Yes, happy 4th. We've got nothing planned. Hi, Sybil. Yes. You got us. I saw you were on yesterday, but not until I was signing off, honey, and I'm so sorry. Hi, Brenda. Well, I thought of something else to put on my list. Sorry, girls. I probably have missed some, but I'm trying. I'm trying to get awake enough to be able to do this. Good morning, Clara. I'll tell you what, I didn't sleep good last night, and I got up this morning and I thought, oh, I'm late, and there was just no rushing. Yeah, well, I about messed up the last one, but I got it together and got it fixed, and got the boxes all made. Hi, Nana. Good morning. Well, my kitty come in this morning looking a little better. I don't know if he got a hold of something or what, but he sure looked bad for a while. Okay. I appreciate that, honey. You tell her I send my love, hon. And how are you, Lisa? I tell you what, I had the shingles, and they are painful. They hurt. They hurt all the way through. Yes, and being this hot is it's really hard on them. I had mine in the winter, thankfully, but I had them all over my head, and it was a mess under my hairline, and they just about wrapped around my whole head. Okay, honey. He won't give you a shot for that? Oh man, I'm telling you, it was the worst thing I ever had as far as pain goes. I had one in my ear, and it would just shoot pain through my ear. Uh, he wants you to have one. Well, you really should. Uh, I'm telling you, it was horrible. By the time I got to my doctor, who figured out what they were, I went to a walk-in clinic because my doctor was on vacation, and they said I had a hair follicle infection. Yeah, and I thought, no, no, it wouldn't hurt like that. Wouldn't hurt like this. So, as soon as he got back on, that was on the weekend, and as soon as he got back on Monday, I went down to see him, and he said, "Oh my God, Mary, you've got shingles." And he said, "At this point, there's nothing to do but control the pain." He said, "It's all about the pain." And he socked me with some high powered pain pills and some salve that really helped. Good morning, Patricia and Life and Jen. It's Jen, isn't it? And he just said it. Let's get it taken care of. So I'm all for that vaccination, but once you've had them, you can have them again. So I remembered from last night. I had so much fun with Melissa making clusters last night. I missed a lot of the chat because I was trying to watch what she was doing. Good morning, Jane. And oh, girls, if you weren't in there, she shabby chicked up a chicken for me. Honey, you just make me some tags. I love your tags. Make me some old book paper tags. Those would be beautiful, and I can fix them up. And I love them. They look great. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I was hoping my stream would be good today, but she is so much fun. And she got so carried away. I was like asking like two clusters and a tag, and she made me 6 clusters and wanted to make me 6 tags too. I was like, you're hurting yourself. But it was fun. I've got to move this up just a little bit, so I'm going to move you just a little. I hate cutting the top of my head off. It drives me crazy. Although my hair, I've got bedhead this morning. What's the matter, Brenda? I missed that. Yeah, I've got one ready to go. I've got Spankies here that I've got to get done. Hi, Dorinda. I'm so glad to see everybody this morning. The Chines method with the needle. I don't know what that is, Sybil. I don't know what that is, Sybil. That was fast. Up on. Man, you all are coming in so fast. Oh, yes, acupuncture. Happy 4th to everybody. The one I've got to come over and see your new tutorial. I have not seen it yet. That, there you go. Excuse me. uh, hello, friends. Yeah. You know, it really does help, though. Thank you, honey. I don't think it'd be very big around here. Uh, this is my princess journal. That's the journal I'm going to be sewing in today. Thank you, hon. It is big. It is big. I had I had two more that she wanted in this one, but I just couldn't do it. It is a whopper, and I just had to stop. I just had to say that, okay, that's all you can do. I've got 5 signatures in it, and it is really huge. It's going to be work to do it. The the frame on this here is a paper twist, and then I stained it to look like wood, and then I put the flowers on the top and stained them to look like carvings, hopefully. And then the bow has mirror mirror on written on the sides of it. And of course the first signature is Snow White. So it's that's the so that had to be the front of the book. And this is velvet, and I've got a jewel on the back, and Then there is one here on the front, but it's covered up with, thank you, Pawan. I love to make these. I love to do this. This is just, well, no, it isn't me. I've seen too many better artists than me, but this is, this was a labor of love. Uh, I know I'm going to have a bunch of them. There's 15 princesses. There's 15 princesses. I've got pink lace down the side and another little mirror and some roses there. And I'm not going to put a tag on it because it just doesn't need it. And it's so big that when it opens up, thank you, Sybil. When it opens up, it's just going to just pop open. I mean, it's, you know, it's just too fat. It's too fat. So it's, I used a lot of book pages in it. I used 4 ink cartridges, and then I stripped a book for some of the storylines. And they're all the pictures and everything are hand glued in order for it to be in the right order, because I couldn't use full-size images, and I could not get my printer to print like it should, because I was dumb. Not my printer was dumb, but because I was dumb. I would turn those things right side, wrong side, and I mean, tell you, I fought with that till I thought I would just have a meltdown. It goes to my granddaughter, and my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, is the one that takes care of me, and she has taken care of me from the very first time I was sick, and of course she come to check on me all the time after my husband died, and she's my lifeline. And so she's going to get a series of books. The other girls got one. They may get another one at some point in time, but Lori asked for the princess journals, and she just wanted one, and she didn't say it. She said it doesn't have to be fancy. I just want the princesses in it, and especially my favorite 5. And that, you know, I couldn't not do fancy. But what she really wanted was all the information about the princesses, all the technical information about how the movie was made, who did the voiceovers, and all that kind of thing. So I have a folder full of information. No, she's not seen it yet. She said the other day she was getting excited about it, though. Anyway, I'm going to make her a folder with the information, and she will get that after this. And then I'm going to make her several smaller journals with not as much fluff and stuff in it, because she doesn't care about those as much. But this one holds her favorite. So I'm excited to get it to her. Her birthday was in March, and I'm still working on it. And yeah, I hope that she loves it as much as I do, because it's really been a labor of love. It really has. And like I said, I've got 10 more waiting to put together, but those I'm going to put together a lot differently. So hopefully she she will be okay with that. And I'll show you the boxes that I made yesterday in case you weren't in here. I made a box yesterday for the Birds and Blooms, is what I call it, Birds and Blooms. These are boxes I had, but I kind of decorated them up because I took all the advertisement and that kind of thing off of them. This is for this journal. This is one I'll be sending to Melissa to be auctioned for her to get her chicken house and get moved. and I wanted to give her something I knew I wouldn't be able to buy from her at her auction, so I donated instead. So I've got that, and these, she's going to sell these right on her live stream. So the owl just peeks right out of that box. You can see him in there. And then this one is another little box that I had, and I decorated it up. And this is for the heart journal. Well, I wanted to give you girls a little something too to have besides just the journal. Let me turn it around here, right? There's the heart journal. And that tag goes in it. So it's really pretty. And it's not quite as fluffy, but it's got a lot of stuff in it. So it's got charms all down the side, and a little angel, and my little hope, and pretty black pearl. And so it's got a lot of charms and a lot of charm. I really love this one. That was the first one I made for her. Now to get that back down in there, let's turn that way. So that's the heart box with the heart journal. And then I made this one. And you know, we talked, we didn't have a box. And I got to looking on my shelf, and this was up there. And Nana, I have been making journals for about 6 months. About 6 months. And yes, and this is the alligator one. And I went ahead and used the leopard because you know, I already had decorated the box with the other one, but I thought he looked gorgeous on it. And then this is my alligator one. And this is all alligator leather, inside and out. Let me get my clasp open here, because you have to get a hold of it and give it a little pull down. And the strap is secured on the back. It's glued onto the back. And then the journal is just all cream colored papers, and it is a journal. It is a writing journal. There are a few tuck spots, but it is leather inside and out, with leather pocket here and a leather pocket here. And it's just beautiful cream colored paper. And in between it, I have a few rose sheets like this one right here. There's, let me show you. I found a rose tablet that I just thought was really pretty. So I added a few of those in there that you can make lists on or whatever you want. Honey, I was a quilter for 7 or 8 years. I went into quilting. I had to have Christmas presents for my kids when my husband died, and I didn't have any money, so I made them all quilts. Made them scrap quilts, material that was given to me. And then I made purses, and I loved making handbags. And so the journals, when I seen the paper crafting though, I just had to make one. I just had to make one. There was no getting around it. So the first one I made was very simple. I used gift wrapping to cover it. And I collect old jewelry, and I have for a long time. So there's a lot of old buttons and old stuff on this, little cherub, and you know, a few things that I had. And it's very simple. course, this is some of my trim I had for my purses and stuff. It's very simply put together. It's cards and paper, and it is sewn in. No, it's Midori style. This is Midori style. This was before I knew how to sew them in. And this is full of pictures of my family. But, you know, I just watched a lot of tutorials. And then here's a pocket, and it says Forever Friends. And then some poetry that I liked. So it was just, you know, things I had here. I had old books and things, and cards that I had been given that I loved, and just things I liked, you know, that I had here. And I even tea stained some paper. I had seen enough tutorials to do that. I don't like to do it though. I that's something I do not like to do. I'd rather spray them. But anyway, it's just a simple book. And but I love it just about as much as I do all the rest of them, because it was my first. It was, you know, it's kind of special. And since then, let's see, I have made one for my granddaughter, 2 for granddaughters, 3 for one for a great granddaughter. Gosh, I've got another one up here that I've got still that has a paper twist on it, and I'll show you that one. This one is, I call it Beyond the Gate. And it is chock full of me. Of me. This was the first one that I actually took the time to create. Oh, and I'd made a sunflower journal. I probably made 12, somewhere around in there. But this one is another paper twist that I did. And I built the gate. It has copper hinges right through here. It has copper hinges. It's got a little handle here that the lace goes through. And it's got some jewels that my sister made, and she has MS. And I'm telling you that to me, they're just as precious as gold. She worked so hard on them, and anyway, I love this journal. And I had a woman ask me how much I would sell it for, and I told her 150, and she did not buy it, but I wouldn't sell it for less. I would not sell it for less. It's got too much time and labor in it, and laces and paper, and so it's you know, it's me. And so if I don't ever sell it, that's okay, because this has got me in it. It's got a lot of me in it. So does this one though. And I try to do that on all of them. I mean, it's not just, I just love to make them. I just love to make them. I just fell in love, and I've never looked back. And I've made one baby quilt since I started. I don't even have any lights on, girls. I'm sitting here in the dark. Hang on. Let's put some lights on in here. Hi. That might wake me up. Although this needs to go down just a little bit. So anyway, that's basically what I do. I'm not very good at, I love to draw. I have a few drawings that I've done, and I love to do that kind of thing. I've got some videos in my videos. I did a little tour of up here, and I'll show you a few of the pictures that I've made. And I think there's a couple of them. that I have drawn and done. So it's just, it's just, I was married for 36 years, and I used to love to draw. I drew all the time. And, but I had to put it aside. I had kids and a busy schedule. Husband, we ran a business together. We were always on the go, just always doing. And, I just kind of put everything aside. And after he died, I started picking up my pencil again and drawing. And it really was good. But then I laid it back down again and didn't do anything for a while because I was too wrapped up in the quilting. And that gave me a creative outlet for a while. And yes, I would like to do an art journal. I really would like to. Um, just something that would be for me. But I enjoy all the mixed media though and stuff that we're doing. I'm not very good at it. I've never done a lot of mixed media, but anyway, I enjoy this. It's something that I've been blessed to be able to do, I guess. That almost flooded me with too much light. I'm gonna turn that back off until I have to have it. And I'm not ready to sew yet, girls. I'm still drinking my first cup of coffee. So we're going to be here a little bit, just talking. This is our morning chat time. you know, this is our chat time. So I I like to do it, but I'm not. I want to I want to draw a picture. That's my problem with mixed media. I want to make a picture. I don't want it just to be, you know, here, there, and everywhere. I want to put it here and a little bit here and a little bit here, and I want to make a picture out of it, which is not what mixed media is supposed to be. It's supposed to free you. Oh no. Oh no, I'm not, honey. You just don't know how hard I struggle to put those in random spots. Yeah, that's because I have this. I want it just so. Thank you, Kathleen. I try. I really do. And I would love to make journals for people, but I have sent my own style. Yeah, yeah, that's what I need to do. Um, I went and took an art lesson one time because I've drawn all my life. So I went with my brother to take a art lesson, and he's an architect, and all he could do was really draw straight lines. He could lay out a beautiful house on paper. Uh, but come to drawing, he could not draw a circle. So anyway, he said, "Come and go with me." He said, "I want to go take an art lesson." So I did, and one of the exercises he had us do was he made a collage in the middle of the table, a simple one, and had a ceramic piece of like a vase and a couple of small block-looking items and just a small collage. And he said, "Now I want you to look at it. Now I want you to close your eyes and draw it." And I was just all over everywhere on that. And my brother drew that practically perfect. Once he closed his eyes and seen that again, he drew it. He drew the circles, he drew the squares, he drew it all. And that freed him, and he now is selling paintings and does a wonderful job. And he's even doing, excuse me, He started out, I slept under the air conditioner last night, and it's kind of getting to me. He did landscapes at first, and now he's doing abstract and selling them like crazy. Oh, honey, that's a hard job. Yes, this is my craft room. This is my upstairs in my house. And I have, this room was the library room, and uh, a lot of my books that I'm using to craft with now. I took down probably 4 boxes of books out of these shelves so I could get my crafting stuff up here. And I have a little sitting area on in the next room over, and then a spare bedroom, and then I have a sewing room up here too. And so this upstairs is mine. Kids are gone. I don't have anybody living with me again. I've had, because my grandkids has moved in and out, and my kids have moved in and out, and I finally said, this is mine. I was crafting downstairs in a little corner of my dining room. And I had this whole big upstairs full of junk. Their junk. So now it's mine. And it's full of my junk. The corners are all still full. So, yeah, this is my crafting area, and I have to climb up and down the steps, but it's keeping me worked out, and that's probably a good thing, because other than that, I probably wouldn't move. Thank you. My husband built those shelves in. Yeah, I have. I have. I just thought, no, I'm not moving for yins again. I'm not moving out my stuff, and I'm not moving out my furniture, and I'm not moving out what I've got. I'm done. they've got a they've got a mama and a daddy they can go to. Let them go live with them. Yeah, this is my happy place, and I told him that. I said, don't come up here mad. Don't come up here fighting. You're welcome to come up. My granddaughter, great granddaughter, crafts with me. She's got a corner over here. I said, you can come up here, but if you're grumpy and you're in a bad mood, you're going to leave. I'll show you my shelves. I can turn this around, and there's a window with my air conditioner. Let me get up. Shelving. Okay. I'll turn you around this way, and we're going to start right over here. This was the desk that we built in down here. Can you see it? We built a desk all the way across here on this side of the room. Okay, I can't do this like this. We're going to have to turn this camera around so I can see what you're seeing. Okay? We're going to turn it around. Yeah, we're going to turn this. There we go. Okay, that's the desk area that we built for the kids. So they had a place on both sides. And then this is, as you can see, full of my crafting stuff. That's my crafting shelves. And one of my instruments I just repaired. And then if you circle around the room, then I have another bookshelf over here. And it goes all the way to the floor. And all the way up almost to the ceiling. This is Annabelle's area. And her little shelf. And that little chicken basket is, that little chicken thing is my, what I put my boxes in. So, that's my crafting area. Yeah, I do too. I want to paint them white. My walls are rough. I've got, they need to be repaired and redone. And as you can see, every corner's full. But it's mine. It's mine. It's my happy place. And now I'm liable to lose you right here just a second. Out, Bixby. Okay, now we're back. Uh, both my kids are in their 40s, and we built those in when they were like 5. So they've been here a long time. And so had my books, and I read, I still read, and so a lot of Dutch because they're my collectibles. But I had Reader's Digest condensed books that had been given to me. I had older books that are starting to fall apart that I bought at garage sales and things like that. And so if they're starting to fall apart and I can't fix them, then I will use them to craft with. And I don't have a bit of problem with that, because other than that, they would go to a flea market and sell for 50 cents and somebody else would tear them up. So I'm okay with making books out of them. I'm okay. And I never thought I would be that way. Tearing up a book was just sacrosanct. You don't do that. You just don't do that. But I guess I probably better get to work, girls. We've almost chatted for an hour. Let's have another 15 minutes, and then we'll work. I'll finish drinking my coffee. But it's welcome, honey. You're very welcome. It's I didn't show you the floor. My floor, after the last few days, I have just completely exploded again. I did show the girls the other day in one of the videos. I had been on a crafting frenzy, and I showed them the floor. You're welcome. My door's always open and the coffee's always hot, honey. You come in anytime you want to. And it may not be very clean, but you can take off your shoes and put your feet up. That's my home is home. It's a home. It's not just a house. It's not a show place. And never has been a show place, because we live in it. We've always lived in them. It's where it's home. And home, you should be able to be comfortable. I don't care who you are. Yeah, mine too. I'm, it's cluttered, and it may not be very clean, but it's just like I told him. I said, I can give you a clean bed. Do that, but you might have to go around the boxes to lay down. Yes, Amber has a lot of magazines. She needs shelves like mine to stack them on. She does. Amber, why don't you put you up some concrete block shelves or something? Have you got room for that? Yeah, it is. It's just home. It's nothing fancy. I never pretend it would. It is. If you come in, you're going to see the walls need to be painted, and you know. Oh, yeah. No kidding. Yeah, Amber, I understand, honey. I, I'm 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 lucky, because this upstairs was filled with junk. I had everybody's junk up here, and mine too. This was our, if we didn't need it downstairs, take it upstairs. Didn't need it downstairs, take it upstairs. I worked for a week cleaning this thing out of stuff that I had hoarded. And no, I don't necessarily hoard downstairs, but it's stuff that I had hoarded. I didn't know what to do with it, didn't know where to take it, I couldn't sell it, I didn't know, it was just stuff. Well, Bonfire took care of a bunch of that. And I just threw it out. I was done. I was done housing it. I was done keeping it. I give a lot of it away, and the rest of it I just took out to the bonfire and got rid of. And opened this up where I could have this area. and I've never regretted it. It's I do need a little more furniture up here, but my furniture I had up here was just ruined. It was old stuff, and I live on a farm, so mice had gotten in it and stuff like that, and that kind of stuff just went out. Because I do have mice. When they mow those fields, the mice come in. They just will come in droves. That and the ants. And girls, I swear to you, that I think the ants are taking over the world. That's okay, honey. You just hang around and do your happy thing. Just do your happy thing, girl. That's what we're here for. Just to enjoy and do our happy thing. When this gets to be work, I'm not going to do it anymore, girls. I'm telling you. And it just almost got to be work. Uh, so I'll probably slow down some. I've got another one to make. I'm making a journal for Care Heart for the Heartist Foundation. And girls, if you don't know about the Heartist Foundation, it is for the disabled, and it's therapy through art. And yes, they're horrible this year. So it is an amazing, amazing foundation that Carolyn Hart has done, Care Heart, here on YouTube, that she has put together. And I know it works. I know it works because I had depression so bad before I started this, even with my quilting, that I was just a mess. And since I've started this and have this, I rarely go there. Once in a while, I'll have a little meltdown, but I still have some problems that I still have to deal with. That's okay, honey. Oh, Tracy. Tracy just cut her finger. Yuck. Yes, it is. It is. It's living in the past and not having any place to put it. Not being able to bring it out. Art will do that. Art will do that. So I can't either. I can't either. So for my 300 subby giveaway, which is well past now, I ask that people send me 2 clusters and a tag, if you're subscribed to me, to put in a journal for Care Heart for her auction, which will be held in August. And I'll show you that one that we're making. And the reason I asked this is I could make this. But you all are such a part of my life. All of you are such a part of my life that I wanted you to be represented in this book too. I wanted you to have a touch in it, a hand in it, and, you know, to give to her too, without having to go through the whole, you know, I mean, you can donate to her at any time. And please do if you've got it. Because she's, you know, she does struggle for materials and things to keep it going. That's the reason for the auction, is to help keep it going. But I told her I would make her a journal, and this is our journal. And I call this the Folly Women. And these women that I have to go in it are women of the Follies, and then later silent actresses. And this book will be given to her. But what I wanted to do was be able to give her a piece of all of us that come in and enjoy this. So that's why I asked for 2 clusters and a tag, so that that you all have a hand in this. This is not just my journal, it'll be our journal, my channel's journal, to give to her. Here's the inside, and that's the last page. Honey, that's a cluster right down here on the bottom. That little snippet of lace with a little jewel on it. Uh, this is a cluster right here. This is a cluster. That's one. This is one. You don't have to make them this fancy, but they're a cluster is a little bundle of lace or paper. You can use antique paper and put them together. Good morning, Annabelle. I'll show you another one. This is a cluster. This little butterfly and these little, this is a cluster. And even the tags. These are tags, but these can be clusters too. This is in my giveaway. This is my giveaway book. This was made by things that you all sent me. This is part of the giveaway. And this is a cluster down here on the bottom. So just, just think paper, antique looking stuff, whatever. This is my butterfly journal to send out in the giveaway. And this would be what you're signing up for. Amber, tags. Remember, tags. I'm asking you to send me tags. I've seen your tags. I know you can make them. Tags, Amber, tags. So anyway, that's what I'm asking for, and that's why Melissa was making so many. Yay, tags are so much better. Use your book paper. Make me some tags. So anyway, whatever I'm sent, and I've gotten a lot of them in the mail. I got these yesterday, and they're big, but they're perfect. I can make them work in it. And look, there's just a little kitty on this one. And this is going to be in a book with all women. So actually it's perfect. I have a picture of a woman with a cat. And this little one with paper and little lace and ribbon. And this one. And they're just perfect. They're perfect. So they may not all go into the book, and I'm not saying that just about this cluster I've got in my hands. They may not all fit in the book, because I have, right now, I've got four entries into it. But they will be used. They will be loved. They don't all have to be shabby chic. If you can't do shabby chic, send Miss Steampunk. I don't care. We'll make them work. We'll make them work some way or another. If I don't do it in this one, we'll do it in another journal, or in our my giveaway packages that I'll have later on. We'll put them in. We'll put them in something. So, what, Annabelle? You better come up here so I can see you. My great-granddaughter is here. And she snuck up the stairs. Honey, I have... my address is in the Beginner Crafters group. It's also in the Pink Poodle Pack, and it is also in the Flock. And if you can't find it, my email address is below this. in the description, and you can email me and I'll send you my address. And so I have started listing my email address and my PayPal underneath the description. And I was asked to do that, so I did. And I'm not asking for handouts. I'm not asking for money. Please don't take it that way that it's there. That I did have someone ask me for it, and so I told her I'd put it in the description so that she could have it instead of putting it on the videos. But anyway, it's yeah. Whatever you send, we're going to have fun with. We're going to make books with, and we're going to have giveaways. I'm going to do giveaways. I've been so blessed with people giving to me that I want to keep having giveaways, and I could give away lots of things, but girls, I make books. This is what I love. So if you get a giveaway here, it's probably going to be a book or a zine or one of those things that maybe in a complete different style, because I'm learning and I want to keep exploring new techniques and new ways to do them. So like I said, if you get something, don't, you might get your own cluster back. Yes, I would like to do my drawing. I have this was my last one that I done. And it's kind of a mixed media, because there is lace and jewels and stuff on that, and but I had a girlfriend that was getting married, and I thought, well, let's just draw some hands, and I had to have some hands for a book, and so this will probably go in it. But yeah, I liked it. It needs work. It needs a lot of work. I'm not very good at the hands in different positions. I did some praying hands in one of my journals, and they turned out pretty good. But I have to be... Stick figures are art. Lisa, you went there. Let me tell you my theory. People make millions doing stick art. You gotta just have the right want to do it. And stick figures are fun. You can put them in any position you want. You can have them, playing ball, reaching for the sky. You can have them holding the sun. Yes, if you can't draw nothing but stick figures, make it happen. Make it happen, because that's art. That is art. And yeah. And if you haven't joined our group, come over and check out Beginner Crafters Group. Beginning Crafter Friends is the name of it. And it's awesome. And there's people in there that have crafted for years, but there's people in there that have not ever crafted before. And we're there for them, as we're there for each other. And we are friends. We don't do swaps. We do have a file for racks or Happy Mail, and we have a file for swap, where you can swap items for, things that you need. If you want to swap with someone, you can swap that way. But it's all personal. It's done between each other. It is not a requirement of the group. We don't ask that of you. The only thing we ask is if we do something like the mixed media, that you post it in the group. And whatever you do, whatever you make, post it so we can see it. And I'll guarantee you there will be not one bad comment made, because the rule is, if you've got nothing good to say, don't say anything. We don't need that kind of negativity, because this is our fun place. It's our happy time, and it's our happy place. And so I want everybody to feel comfortable with their stick figures in this group. And it's Amber's. It was Kathy Valentes. and Amber's, and they were kind enough to ask me to join with them in their group, and I was tickled to death to be able to do it. So it's the three of us, and we are the moderators and the administrators over it, and it is, and that's our one and only rule, is just be nice, be friends, and be nice, and let's enjoy. Ooh, the sun just went behind a cloud big time. Enjoy. Got dark in here. Enjoy life, enjoy your art, and let other people enjoy it, because what you think is ugly, someone else might think is absolutely beautiful. I don't like this hand picture, and you all like it. So you can't judge what you do by your own feelings about it, because we're our own worst enemies. Beginning crafter friends, and it is an awesome group. And these girls that are in here right now, a lot of them are in there, and it's just awesome. It is. And then there's several really good groups that if you like swaps and doing, I'm not going to name all of them because you all have seen them, but we have people that are members in our group that have their own Facebook groups. There's Emily Weldon, there's Danina's, and there's Spanky's, and there's so many others. Melissa Bishop has the Flock, and then of course there's Stacy with Pink Poodle Pack. There is so many groups. There's Junk Journal Junkies. There's, if that's what you like. The craft groups are out there, and we encourage what you want to do. What you want to do. That's what, it doesn't have to be what we do. It's what you like to do. I see you've got a cooking, crafting corner. I think that's awesome. I'll have to come and watch you cook, because I like to cook, and I'd like to see what you're doing. And so that's the way we feel about this group. It's for everybody. It's for everybody. Yes. And wasn't that steampunk house amazing that Kelly made? Oh my gosh. Girls. Kelly, help me with her last name. Creative Crafts with Kelly, or I don't know exactly what her name is. Anyway, she did a steampunk house. Big. It is absolutely amazing. Oh, Tracy, I am too. It's Kelly Rickman, yes. It is amazing, amazing, amazing what that girl done. I'm telling you, and I love. Hi, Emma. How are you, honey? I'm so glad you're here this morning. Or for you, this is probably evening now, huh? I still haven't sewn a single signature in. I'm going to try to put it on some Tyvek. That's what I'm going to try to do. I have 5 of these that I have to do. And I don't want to punch holes in my back. Oh, Tracy. I had me some blackberry wine the other night, and it was wonderful. Honey, this is a mailing envelope, and it's Tyvek material. You cannot tear this stuff. You can cut it. I can punch a hole in it, but you cannot tear it. It will not tear. So that's what I'm going to put my signatures on. Then I'm going to glue them into the spine. And I was hunting my paper that I have already done the back cover, the cover in. Here they go. Set them out. So anyway, this will lay inside of here, and then I will cover over that. Honey, these are mailers from the U.S. Post Service. And this is a priority mail envelope. And so if you get an envelope from the United States like this white one right here, priority mail or whatever, this is a Tyvek envelope. And I just cut the back off of it. But don't throw them away, because they're wonderful stuff, because you cannot tear it. So your signature, once I get it sewn in, is not going to go anywhere. It's not going to tear through the holes. It's not going to tear out of the holes. And I've seen people using these before, and they swear by them. And somewhere in my stash, I have the rest of this paper, and I need it to be able to cover my deal here. That I don't know where it's at. So I may just put a little cheesecloth or some lace down through there and go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and use it. And I'll trim it off as close as I can. And then, in fact, I probably should do that to size. My spine is stiff enough to hold it, but I do not want to sew through all that lace. It does not tear. I don't know exactly how it's made. It's got a little bit of a plastic feel to it. And it's just strange. I don't know what it's made out of. Yes. I got to, yeah, I'll have some cheesecloth in it. I will have some cheesecloth in it. Okay, I've got to find my scissors and cut this to fit. I'll put these back over here with my journal there, which is the next one I'm going to start on. I've got the paper. You can buy Tyvek. I don't know exactly how it's spelled, but you can buy it. You can buy it. It is a bookmaker's cloth too. Honey, I can always use cheesecloth. I'm making these clusters and things like that. Yeah. Okay, before I decide to cut that, I probably should measure my spine, because I've forgotten how big it is now. Okay, my spine is 3 inches. And I want it at 8 3/8. Okay, so we've got to have this 3 inches long, or 3 inches wide. And 8 3/8. Okay. Good Lord, that looks little to sew all these on. It's scaring me. It's scaring me. Now I need one more piece of paper here because I have to make my holes for the middle of my spine. No, I don't. No, I don't. I'll get this in a second. Okay, we are at 3 inches. And I'm going to do 3 holes. And I have 5 signatures. One, two, three, 4, 5, and that will leave. Okay, each of them are going to have to be at 1/2 inch. Two, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And down, I'm going to do 3 holes. So 4 and 1/8 would be my center. So do one at 1. And I'm going to do one at 7.5. Okay. And I need to put this down so y'all can see what I'm doing, don't I? I'm sorry, girls. I am so horrible to get wrapped up in what I start that I forget to lower my camera. Right now, I'm just drawing on this where I want my rows to be. So I'm just lining it up and at a 1/2 inch and drawing the lines. So there's my 5 lines, and I want my first line across right here, and I'm going to go every 1/2 inch. So I'm going to make a large circle there, and one there, and one there, and one there, and one there. Then I'm going to come down to 7.5, which I have marked, which is here. And I'm going to do the same thing. A large circle there, 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 and I probably should put more than 3. Excuse me, but I see that 3 usually holds it fairly well. So there we go. If I was doing this for a kid, I would make more. So, okay. That's my pattern to put my signatures on. Now I have to make a pattern for the center of my signatures that is exactly the same size so that I can get the center of my signatures and marked in the same location. So I'm going to draw around this. Uncut it. Okay. I didn't want to cut that little dip. This is probably close. Okay, now I just need to make my 3 holes down the same spots. So I'm going to come down. That's 1 inch down. And it is an inch and a half over. So I'm going to go 1.5 inches over. And 1 inch down. And that's my first hole. And then I was at 4. So I'm coming to 4. And come over to 1.5. And make my second one. Because these have to line up with the ones on the bottom. And then I am at a little over 3/4 off the bottom. About right. And 1.5 in. And that will be my 3rd hole. Okay. Did you see my grocery list? I was sitting here making my grocery list. I am out of food. We have got to get some food in this house. Alrighty. So the first thing I got to do is get my Snow White here and get her opened up to the center, which is right there. No, it's not. Where is the center? There's my center. Okay. And we'll fold this. Over. So that it lays right in there. Get my clips out. Oh my gosh, girls, this scares me to death to do this. Okay, that's all the way back. That's the next setting. This makes me want to have a cigarette. This makes me want to smoke. Okay. Get this up here where I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put that right here to hold it. Come back just a little bit. A little bit off my center mark. Not good. But it is what it is. Okay. Get that last one in. Okay. As long as I'm still lined up. Okay. That there. Take that off and we're going to do the next one. There's the first one. Yeah. Okay. Whoops, where's my paper? I gotta have my paper in there. Tissue paper is giving me fits. And that. Okay. Ah. I just might need that. Left my paper in the book. Can you see anything except that big old thing? I have a tendency to put things right in front of my camera. I'm sorry. It's because I've got my desk so full of stuff that you can't. I needed to have cleaned it off this morning, but I was being lazy. Okay. Get right in there. Well, that's a stiff little old clip. Don't need a very big one for this one. It's not a very big signature. And it's one of her favorites, but I absolutely could not find enough information on it. Found a lot of information, but not a lot of pictures. This one is Anastasia. And here's Belle. And that's the last one we have to do, as far as this part of it. On the center. There it is. If I haven't got that messed up, that's where it is. It looks a little odd. I guess we'll find out. Okay. They are punched. Now get my Tyvek punched. And I'm not even sure that I would have to do that. I might be able to just sew through it. Yeah. I can just sew through that. Okay. What I'm thinking about doing is maybe sewing this with some yellow and green and... Did you hear that, Pop? Yeah. There was a bubble wrap underneath my foot. And I popped it with my foot. Okay, I am going to punch these. And maybe not. Maybe only if I get it on a piece of cardboard. Or a piece of something solid. Here we go. I'm going to glue this to this. I left my glue open last night. Yeah, it's stringy. It's a mess, but it's sticking. Okay. man, I have to thank Renee again for getting me that thing. Your little red wagon, Renee, I love you so much. So if you watch this, I love you so much for your kindness and your generosity in getting me that. That makes my arthritis just so happy. So happy. Okay. I'm going to sew these together with ribbon, girls. I think it'll be pretty in a princess journal. And let's see, do I want that? Okay, this is... Okay, I gotta put them in order. Okay, Belle Stacia. I want Pocahontas kind of in the center. Then Aurora. And then Snow White. Snow White is my first one. Okay. And I have to have some different ribbon for her. Ah, sorry about that. And we'll use some white for her. And my old needle that I've had for 100 years. This was my mother's and my grandmother's needle. It's been burnt. And it is still as sharp as it can be. And it's big enough to put a piece of ribbon through. So, here we go. We're going to start this right now. Okay. Pick this up in my hands. First thing I'm going to do is go through the center hole in the center of that. And we'll pull it through. So about right there. And then I'm going to hook it with this clip. Right there. And I'm going to come back up through the top hole and through the signature. And pull it through until it's nice and tight. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom one. And oops, it's over too far. I'm going to have to move it. And go through that first one on the strip. Right there. Pull it through until it's tight. Then I'm going to go back in the center strip. And I'm going to try well, I got that upside down. Okay, I'm going to try to go right in beside this so I don't split my thread. And again, right in beside it on this signature. so I don't split it. Because you don't want to split your threads. And then I'm going to come up right beside it and pull it as tight as I can get it. Okay, then I'm going to tighten it here. So I want that tight. Okay. Come off, come off, come off. Okay. Now over the top of that, I'm going to tie a square knot. So I'm going to go right over left and under. And try to keep my finger on it. And pull it tight. And then left over right and under. And there's a square knot. And that's the first one in. And that one has come loose, so I'll have to redo it. Actually, that's supposed to be right here. Okay, but that'll go in. I think that was in a pocket. Okay, now that's our first signature sewn down. Just 4 more to go. Okay. Let's put in Anastasia, or Aurora. She's my next biggest one. And hopefully that'll do it. So I have to have a little more ribbon. We're going to give her some hearts. Okay, where'd I lay my knit there? It kind of looks like a snowman on that. I hope it's not. I hope it's not. Yes, it is. I don't need a snowman. Let's just get back to the white here. We'll get another. We'll do something different. That'll have to be put away for Frozen. Elsa. Okay. So, are you ready? Okay. Second signature. Go in the middle hole. And we're going to go to the top. Come on. Come through there. And then back to the bottom one. How come you're not lined up? And then back in beside this one. Just right beside it. Okay, I haven't got that pulled through enough. Okay. Now, I had some thread, extra thread in there. Right there. And come up in the center. Okay, and if you'll see, I've got one on each side of this ribbon. This is what you do to hold your ribbon. That's why we tie it on, have it on both sides. So I'm going to go right over left and under. Make sure it's tight. And left over right and under. And again, that gives us a square knot. And that knot's not going to go anywhere. Second one in. Now I can take that off. And the third is Belle. And I have some yellow ribbon for Belle. Oops. I have it down on the floor now. Okay. You'll notice Bella is the only one on the front of her signature that has got a dress in lace. When my I had a Happy Meal come to me, and that lace was in it. And I got that in the wrong place. When my granddaughter helped pull, she was in the house with me when I was opening it. And she pulled that out of the box, and she goes, "Oh, that's Belle's dress." So needless to say, Belle got that piece, and it was a big front of a... That's never even been punched. I missed that. I missed that piece of sheet music. Well, I'll be darned. I'll be darned. Let's punch it here. Okay. I think we can make it. Where are you? Ooh. Wait a minute. Uh-oh, things have slid around on me. That's not good. Okay. Clear that one. Clear that. 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 And there we go. There we go. Now we got it started. Okay, she goes in the third one. Just don't turn it upside down, Mary, while you just did that. Ooh. Let's get her turned the right direction. I don't want her to be upside down. Okay. Put my ribbon on the inside. This has been the most complicated book. No, it's not ready to do that yet. Not yet. Okay. Now we're ready to go. No, we're not. I didn't get the ribbon. Get that ribbon hooked. Okay, here we go. Let's try this one more time. Go in there. And don't you pull loose. And back up and get in the right spot. To the top. And let's hope I don't have to go through all of that again. Okay. Alrighty then. Now do it down to the bottom one. Pull it tight. Back in the middle. Okay, come on. Come through there. Give me fits. There we go. Kind of hard to pull through that hole with the ribbon the second time because you've got a lot in there. A lot going through it. Let's see what's going on here. Now I'm splitting a thread. That's what's going on. Never mind. Let's come back out of there. And we'll try that again. There we go. Now then. That was a lot easier. Okay. Make sure it's tight. Over left and under. And left over right and under. And yay! Another one done. Just two more and we'll have this put together and ready to glue into that spine. And this one, what color do we want to use in that one? Green for that. What do I got over here? I've got some pretty maroon. That'd be pretty in this signature. Okay. So, one more time with the needle. And get it all picked up together. We're going to go in through the center. And that's the top of the book. And into the center there. Okay. I'm going to go up to the top. And the signature. Put tight. Go down to the bottom. And through that hole. And then back through this one. And again, don't split your thread. Come in beside it. And then into there. Okay, come on. There it is. There it is. Pull that tight. And pull that one tight. Okay. Right on the left and under. Whoop. Okay, that's a redo. I didn't catch my ribbon. So we have to pull it out. Pull that part of the knot out. And get one on each side. You want to make sure you have one on each side. That's what catches and holds that down. So now I'm going to pull it tight. Right over left and under. And left over right and under. And now we've caught our thread and it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, one more. And that's Anastasia. I want a green for her. And find the needle. Okay, here we go. And through the center, not that spot. Hold it. And we'll go in through this one. Doesn't matter whether it's top or bottom, as long as you wrap it all the way down to the bottom on the other side. Or, vice versa. And hit that spot right there. I'm just checking it before I get this all done. I'm making sure those are all the right way. Okay, and then now I'm going to go all the way to the top. I'm going to go all the way up here and go through that hole and through the bottom. And you do this even if you're going through the back of a book or, the binding of a book. That's the way. The center, then to the top, then all the way to the bottom, and then back to the center. And in the center, the only hard part, this is finagly, is to get that needle so that it doesn't split your thread, no matter what thread you're using. Come right up the center on the opposite side of your ribbon. And then ribbon is a little hard to pull through because it is, it's thicker. But it is strong and it will hold them. Okay, and now we're going to do our knot. Do left over right and under. And this book is sewn. I've got one just a little out farther than the other. But I believe I can live with that. I don't think I'll take it apart to change it. So, no, I've made boo-boos. With the last one, I made a boo-boo. And I sewed it in upside down. Okay. See, I've checked every one of them except that one. Okay, see if I can get this untied. Always put a little glue on those too. I don't just leave them. I put a little glue on them. When I start doing all the jewelry in it and stuff like that. And it's a good thing I didn't glue that one right now because I would not get it out of there. Okay, pick that out. Come out. Come out. Okay, let's turn this one around and try it again. Okay, one more time. Through the center. Oh, it's slightly off. Okay. Over there, and make sure I'm on the back side of that. Ribbon through. And pull tight. And that signature is not punched right. How did I miss that? Okay, I'm all right on the top. Okay, right over left and under. Sorry you can't see this. I'm on the back side of the book here. Down, left over right, under, and down. Okay. Woo! She's a chunky monkey. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Now to put the spine in the spine. Where the sun never shines. Okay, I'm going to trim this just a little bit. It was then that we kissed for the first time. Okay, now I need a little cheesecloth. Let's see. Cheesecloth. And I think I want a little bit of netting to go along with it. So, pick up this. Pull that out. Where's my end? Can never find the end on this thing. Okay. I don't need a whole lot. Just enough to stick out of the binding of that book on both ends. That. And this one up here. Like that. This netting. Piece for here. And cut a little piece for here. And I'll put that on with a little fabric tack. And the netting. Come on, go down there. Okay. Get that off my fingers. And up here, we'll do the same thing. Okay, now we're going to glue this book in. Okay, right down that spine. Okay, I love this sticky glue. I love this sticky glue. It's wondrous stuff. It's thick and it's great. And it gets all over you and it makes a mess. And I'm telling you, this is Quick Dry Fabric Fusion by Aleene's. And I like it. It is a mess, but it will stick. Okay, now the top of my book is right there. So this is the top of my signature. Oh God, wish me luck, girls. Hold your breath for me. All right. And oh my, I'm going to have to get my battery charger or we're going to run out of live stream here. Hang on, let me go after it. And I hope that doesn't stick before I get it. Oh, and I popped another bubble. I've been shot. Oh. Okay. Hope I caught that in time. There's that down. And put that back down in there. So it's in there. All right. Woo! We're done. We're done except for fixing the edges of my paper. Right there. And I want something under there to keep that from sticking right here. So I'll put a little clip under there. Now I'll put a big clip under there because that's not going to hold. Come on. Okay, do it on the sides then. Because that's got some fabric tack on it. And the same over here. I didn't cut that any too straight when I trimmed that off. I'm gonna catch that. I hope I didn't slide it. And I think I did. And there should be one more big hoop. Here, something. Here it is. Okay, and that there. And there she be. That means coffee time. You girls gonna have to quit talking all night. What is this staying up all night? Talking. Alrighty. Girls, this one was a workout. Thank you, honey. I see a little problem here, which I'm not liking. In that signature. But, yeah, maybe it's going to straighten out. I think it's going to straighten out. It was just because I've been pushing on it. Pushing and pulling on it. And my signatures are not the most even in the world. But, you know, with the ribbon and lace and all that stuff, and, you know, I'm not going to worry about it. At this point, I'm not going to worry about it. I don't know how I missed them without having a template, but I did. And that's one thing I have found out is it's awful easy to do that. So, I'm glad it's done. I'm glad it's done. I can now give it to her and watch her smile and be happy. Y'all want to see the inside of it before I go off of here? I think so too. Okay. They turn you down just a little bit so I don't have to hold it up. And you all have seen the front of it. This is my magic mirror. And then I'll have to put some paper in here and get that. That's still not wanting to hold there. May have to use a little bit more glue right there too. May have missed that spot. Anyway, this is Snow White. And we start out her signature with a pocket here. And this was a sticker here, but for some reason it's come off. So I'll have to glue that down. Then I made a little pocket here with a hawk and some lace across the bottom and a feather that was sent to me by Sybil. A beautiful bird feather. And just a little tag with some lace on it. Just kind of a symbol of the kingdom in my mind. You know, the hawk and the stuff. And then I have some tissue paper. And this is the original cover here for the story. And on it I have a little dove hanging. Now some of these don't have the jewels on them yet. This is the 7 dwarfs. And here's a little, this is part of the story. And what I done is I folded it and made this side a collage and a tuck spot. And then this is the opening part of the story. And this is where the witch asks the mirror. And all the witches have a little black lace on their page, just peeping out. And of course she says, mirror, mirror on the wall. And then again, we have a little tuck spot. And this page opens. And Snow White is fleeing the castle and running into the forest. And then there's the castle as she looks behind her. And here she finds the little cabin. And in it, of course, she finds the 7 dwarfs sleeping. And then on this tuck pocket, I made a little tuck pocket on this one, and there's some music paper, and there's a little flower card, and just some pretties. And then you open it up, and here's where she's meeting and talking to the 7 dwarfs and finding out their names. And of course they told her their names, and she got them all right on the first time. And right here is Bashful. And here is the queen in her transformation form. And this is the poison apple spell. And here's the queen with the apple. And then behind here, if you look real quick, if you look real good, you'll see the transformation taking place from the queen to the old woman. And of course there we've got the black lace again too. And then on this page is more of the story, and this is where she bites the apple. And then this page, I don't know, this is where they found her and thought she was dead and took her to the castle. And that one I think was a tuck, but they took her back to the castle. They hit her. They hit her. And anyway, and then we've got another little tuck here, and this is at they're trying to figure out what to do. And this was outside their door. And there's Sleepy, and he's got my heart on it. And that was her taking the bite out of the apple. And then, of course, this is where the prince comes and gives her a kiss and wakes her up. And of course they were married and lived happily ever after. And then here's Bashful. And that's the last of that signature. I don't know what I'm going to do down in here. May have to run some ribbon down in there, because I didn't think that through too well, I don't think. This is Aurora. And Aurora, Cinderella was the biggest production that there was in Disney. It took them years to make it. And it was even bigger than Snow White. It was the biggest film they have ever made, including all those that they've made now. Cinderella was the biggest. So, and this is her quote. This is Sleeping Beauty, actually, not Cinderella. So I got ahead of myself. But they say if you dream a thing more than once, it's sure to come true. Sleeping Beauty. That was a quote from her. So, I made a pocket here, and this has a card in it that has Maleficent in it, because she was always lurking in the background, and yet a bird card to symbolize that Sleeping Beauty was going to be all right. And here the king and queen is with the Sleeping Beauty as a baby, Aurora. And here is where they're protecting her from the lurking Maleficent. And here is the storyline of it in here, where she comes and she makes her prophecy. They all have the music to the movies in it too. And here's Maleficent, and she says, "Listen well, all of you. The princess shall indeed grow in grace and beauty, beloved by all who know her. Before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she shall on the spindle of a spinning wheel and die." And so then she was, this is where she appeared and spoke the curse. And then on this side is where she's with her wand out. And here is where the fairies are watching and listening. And here is where they swoop in. And two of the fairies had given their wishes, but one had not. And so she gave the wish. Her blessing was that she would fall asleep but not die. And this is where she's given it. And here's another where it shows them blessing the baby. And then the king, and here's what they said: from this slumber you shall wake. When true love's kiss, the spell shall break. The king ordered all the spinning wheels to be burnt and asked them to take Aurora home with them and raise her in the woods. And they did. And here is the page for that in this tuck. And here's Aurora and her friends in the woods. And when she meets the prince. And here she meets the prince. And here she has this ribbon tied around her finger. And the fairies all say in one voice, she's in love. And this is the 16th birthday. And here's where they've made her a dress. And here's her cake. And here's where she goes home to see her mother and father finally, after all the years. Because she did not die on her 16th birthday. I have a little tuck spot here that has some like stained glass looking paper. That will go in this eventually when I figure out where I want it. But while she's there, she goes down into the dungeon, into the basement. And there she finds the spinning wheel. And Maleficent is with her. And she tells her what it is and said you should try it. And of course, she pricks her finger and she falls to the floor. Fairies come to the rescue. And then I made a tuck spot here with just a few items. Maleficent runs off because she knows she's in trouble. And here she's fighting her way out of the castle. I just knocked something off in the floor. I hope it's not a charm. But anyway, this way she fights herself out of the castle. And the prince goes after her. And I just tore the mirror off of it, girls. And this is where he slays it. And of course he kisses her then, and she lives happily ever after. And there's the last of her signature. This is Belle. And Belle was a beautiful story, and we all know it, The Beauty and the Beast, and it was all about the red rose, which is in this window. And this is the start of the signature. And then that's her castle. And this is the story as told in the books.
Hey, Gigi.
Hey, honey. And this is when she's in the castle. And all the dishes and things start playing and for her. And the teapot tells her that it's all right. That it'll turn out all right. In the end, you'll see. And then I have the little cup chip in the pocket. And more of the story where she meets the beast. And then here is another little collage. And this has got the words, the lyrics to the song, which is a song as old as time, Beauty and the Beast. And Beauty and the Beast. And this is where they dance and they fall in love. And there's their music. And then Belle goes home. And they worry. And she comes back. When the battle is raging, she comes back and helps to save the day. And ends up living happily ever after in the castle with the prince. And this is Pocahontas. And I've got fringe on Pocahontas, kind of a suede fringe. And hers I done just in a fall theme. And this is what the willow tree tells her, is sometimes the right path is not the easiest. And there we have a moose.
Not that easy.
And this is the start of her
There's
story.
the raccoon.
Listen to your
There's the raccoon.
listen to your heart.
There's the raccoon.
Yes, there's the raccoon. And the storyline is in this one too, in the story, because the images was too beautiful to cut, so I left them. Here's another one. This is where they're dancing in the leaves, which is the song that is. And then I put a concho on this page, and more of the story here. And that's where she goes off with him the first time. And that's where he meets the willow. And this is where he goes and tells the father. And the father sends him out after her. But the pilgrims come. And they take a shot at him. And John Smith saves his life. And he asks her to go with him. And she has to make the decision whether she will or not. And
here's all of these parts.
so this is the story here too, and it's stuck a little bit, but it's supposed to come open. And so she has to make a very important decision about what she's going to do. And these are some tucks I made with the raccoon, the hawk, a butterfly, a dream catcher, and of course the heart page. And then a peacock feather with some beaded trim on it. And then here is where he professes his love to her. And if I get that open, and I've sewed it down, so we will not get that one open. Okay, I'm gonna fix that one too. And this is where she is sitting, contemplating what she's going to do. And here's another collage. And she tells him goodbye, and I've got to get that page released, because that's where she tells him that she has to stay. So she makes the decision to stay.
Oh my goodness. Look at
This is Anastasia. And Anastasia is a smaller one because I couldn't find a lot of images. This is her grandmother, and it is again a pocket. This is the first of the movie. This is the way it looked.
Look. Look at it.
This is
Gigi.
when she first finds the music box that her grandmother had given her, and she recognized it because the grandmother had someone that was checking everybody out that claimed to be her. So she didn't believe her. And here is the music. And right here is where she meets the man that helps her. And he takes her to see, and he gets her away from Rasputin. And they go to this man for help. And he takes her to the queen. And then she sees this picture of the family, and her memory stirred inside of her, and she had the locket, and this is what made the grandmother believe that this was her Anastasia. And so from there it goes to the last of it, and this is Anastasia at the ball. What? put my glue down. Do not play with that glue. That will glue you down. It will glue you to that chair. It'll stick you, and you have glitter all over your pretty lips. Is that what you wanted me to see? You're beautiful. And eyeshadow too. She's putting on makeup. This is some of the pictures that I found. This is Mrs. Leeds, and this is the latter Anastasia of Greece and Denmark in 1914. And that's a real photograph. And then this is Anastasia at the age of 14. No, I think she was 12 there. She was 12 there. And that is a real picture of her. And this is another picture of the Duchess. Right here. Anastasia. The Duchess Anastasia. This is a picture of them when they were being held captive. And I can find him. No, he wasn't in this. This is just the family picture when they were being held captive. This is her sister, Tatiana, who was named after her grandmother. This is the picture that I thought it was. And this one on the end here is Rasputin. Right before he was
This is the shower.
he was
This is
arrested and dismembered. And this is the royal family.
Gigi.
And that's the last of my book. So now I've got to finish up the insides a little bit and do a little trimming and things like that. And I've got to put my mirror back on because it just popped loose.
Look, this is the shower for the dollhouse.
Oh, wow. Gigi. So anyway, that's it, girls. And I've got to do some trimming because I don't like the look of the tie back between it. I was hoping that it wouldn't show. So I'm going to put some lace down between that. I'm just going to glue it down between those. Got that one page that has come loose or is sewn down, and I'm going to pop it loose. And I think I'll just pop it loose, and hopefully it'll not damage it too bad, because that is where Pocahontas tells John Smith goodbye. So it is a very important part of the book. And like I said, I've got to put this down a little bit. It's just popped loose just a little bit. So anyway, that is all of this one, and there is more to come. So there is more to come.
Gigi.
But I don't think that I will have as fancy of a cover. I'll have to figure something out for the next cover, because Snow White won't be in the next one. What, honey? You are driving me crazy, hollering Gigi. What? Come over here and talk to me so these girls can see you.
This old guitar was very old. Just like that one.
You're telling me a big story here.
Just like that old guitar.
Just like that old guitar. Come over here and tell me this story. Tell the girls this story too. Come on. Come on. I'm going to set that down and drink my coffee while she tells us this big story that she's got going on here. Something about an old guitar.
And
Come here.
the color was the blue,
The color was what?
yellow, and pink. I mean, not yellow, but was blue, pink, purple.
That's the color. That's what's the color of the.
And it's green too.
And green too, the guitar. Was it a magical guitar?
Yeah. No.
No.
That that other one.
Was it magic when you picked it up and went to play it and you could play it real pretty?
No.
No.
I did magic with my old guitar, and it did this.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see her makeup, girls? She's got on just beautiful makeup this morning. Her lips are all done. Put your hands down. And her eyes are all done. This is my love. This is my love. This is my Annabelle. And I've kept her since she was...
No.
No, not all of them. And I've kept her since she was little bitty. And she wasn't always happy, but it is now. She goes home now. She said, yesterday she got mad at me. She says, I'm going home and I'm never coming back. Annabelle. Yeah, and it doesn't have the E on it. It's just B-E-L-L.
I did.
Now, why have you done that?
I did.
Yes, you did.
No, I did.
It just tore up everything in the floor. Girls, we've been on for 3 hours, and I'm sorry I kept you so long. I'm happy to get this book sewn in. I'm still going to have to do a little work on it to make it look a little more presentable. But I'm tickled with it, and I'm not going to unsew it in order to change that. I don't think. I mean, I could, but it would be another 2 hours sewing it back in. So, you know, I just really think it might be better to take an hour and sew some lace in there, and colorful lace that matches the signatures, and call it good. I have enjoyed having you, and I'm so glad that you come to see me every day. You have a wonderful 4th too. Thank you, honey. I probably know more about princesses than I ever did in my life because I had boys. So, you know, I didn't watch the princess movies. They would go, oh, yeah. What?
I'm still not done with the story.
Oh, she's still not done with the story, but I've already saying goodbye. And they're saying goodbye.
One more question.
One more question. Okay.
And the magical turned my lips rainbow. And I did, and it did this.
The magical guitar or the magical unicorn did that? Unicorns sprinkle the glitter.
Well, I got a real one.
You got a real unicorn? Oh, girls. She's got a real unicorn. Isn't she lucky? We have room, don't we? We're kind of fussing out here a little bit. We have room here on our farm for unicorns, don't we?
No.
No?
I got 2 unicorns. One is for Panda and one is for me. Panda got only
Jane
blue
says
one.
she wants one. Can she have one? She can have one too? Can you tell her hi?
Hi.
Tell her you'll get her one, okay? Brenda wants one too. Can Brenda have one?
That's only... I just only have 3 ones.
No, you can have 4. Unicorns are you know, they're for people who love it. Love them and believe in them.
I just only got 3 unicorns.
You just have 3 unicorns? Brenda, I'm sorry. We'll just have to tell you where to get them.
Now I do have 4.
Oh, she's got 4 now. Carla wants one too.
Now I got 5.
No, okay, she has 5. And Sherry says she would love to have one, sweetheart.
Now I got 6.
Aha. Whoa, we're growing. And Cheryl says, can she have one?
I got 11 now.
11 now. She's got enough to go around. She's got 11. Hey, hey. We're lucky now.
What are these things?
And they said, thank you, lovely lady, which is you. And they said maybe she knows Elizabeth because Elizabeth loves unicorns. You'll have to watch Elizabeth with me so you can see her and get to know her. Okay? All right, let's say goodbye.
Maybe I got 16.
16 of them.
I got 6.
Okay. Well, let's say goodbye to all of them and tell them to have a good 4th of July. Stay safe. Keep that light shining, girls. Spread it out into the world. And I will see you. Yeah, I will see you maybe tomorrow. My aide is here to go buy groceries, and I have got to have some. So I'm going to take her my list and get some groceries and get some food in the house and just enjoy the rest of the day. Love you all. See ya.
Teacher, her need a phone. Her need a